Hey everybody, welcome back to a brand new episode of Hermit Skies. Hope everybody's having a good day. I'm doing fantastic, guys. Today's episode 26. I've got a great episode planned for you as always. Hashtag question of the day for today. You're allowed to play one game for the rest of time. You're not allowed to play anything else. What do you play? Let me know down in the comment section below. I'd really like to know what you guys think. Me personally, it's a split between this game and well, I guess it would have to be a single player game, so probably Minecraft. Let me know what you guys think, though. I really like reading the questions of the day. Those are pretty awesome. Anyways, if you guys enjoyed this series, make sure you hit that like button and subscribe. Guys, we started the new channel. We're almost to 1,000 subscribers. If you guys could go over and sub to the new channel, that would be pretty fantastic. I will link it down in the description below. All right, so today what are we doing? First off, you're going to notice some things are missing here. What's going on? Well, I didn't really like how the base was looking. I kind of cleaned things up. I went around. I just, fixed blocks here and there. Removed the farms because I think we're probably pretty good on food. Check this out. We've got like 21,000 of each food now, so we're good there. I removed the Draconium infuser because I didn't like that. So today I'm thinking we're going to build a new add-on to the base, right? And this is going to house a few things. It's going to have the infusion crafting for draconic stuff there. Any other little space things we might need, like say we want to make worlds for RF tools. We'll have a space for that, and just like, anything that we come across that we might want to do. Like say we want more machines. We can have a space for machines. So that's the whole purpose. So I was thinking about what I really... That's annoying. I was thinking about... I was thinking about what I wanted to do. Is he really aggroing me right now? You're really aggroing me right now, aren't you? You're really... This guy, bro. Interrupting. Jeez. Anyway, so I was thinking about what I wanted to do, and I think I want to make a circle around this. And by the way, we made those 2 solar panels. These things... You know what? This makes me think that this doesn't give that power. Like, maybe it's not touching that or something. You know what? I'm going to test that. Anyways, I was thinking I want to make a circle around the big portion of this. So we're going to have some fun with that. Let's grab a capacitor bank really quickly. So can I swear to God, I thought I could give out, like, power that way. So if I put this right here. Yeah, that's gaining power. Not very much. Huh. So this is gaining, like, I guess this is the send and receive buffer. Interesting. I don't know, I just feel like this should be full, you know what I mean? Anyways, I made 2 more of those solar panels, or I should have. I know the server turned off right when I was crafting them. Those things are kind of hefty to make, though. They take a lot of material. So, let's go ahead and change 2 more out here. I guess I'll put... Oh, God, I hate this pickaxe so much. I hate it. All my other tools are like not the greatest, but in terms of breaking quality, they're way better. Way better. So now that doesn't have any power. Uh-oh. I done goofed. See, that doesn't make any sense to me. I don't know. Like, this should have power. I don't know. Weird. I might have to like reconfigure it or something. Anyways, I'm going to do something that I haven't done in quite a while. I think I'm going to do a time lapse, right? But first, let's grab some factory blocks and kind of decide on some stuff. I wanted to make an add-on to the base, right? That goes around the outside of this. We need to decide how far away we want it. So there's 4. That's weird. Anyways, so there's 5. That's pretty close. 6, 7. You know what? I think 7 is like the perfect number. Maybe. That would totally put it 9 blocks away, though. I think I might do 5. Because then the border would be right here. Something like that. Yeah, I think 5 will be just fine. So we're going to mimic the design all the way around. And then once we get to like the sides here, I'm gonna make like bigger circles, right? So we'll probably go with like this size, and or a little bit smaller maybe, or a little bit bigger. So there'll be 4 circles that we're adding, plus the curve to walk around it. So yeah, we're gonna go ahead and get started with that, I think. So I think to get started, I need to just lay out the thing, but I think I'm gonna do it all in a time lapse because I haven't done a time lapse in a while. So time lapse inbound.
Run only as fast as I can, but my mind is free to sail across terabytes of reality, to soar above a pixel land in a rocket ship. The 9999 made of megabits. Ladies and gentlemen, leave the world and bring your friends. Step inside and close the door. Shut it out, plug it in, press start and we're flying. No use for your wars and stuff, cause we build digital castles in the sky as we float on timeless satellites. Cause virtual is where we live, live, live. 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 Run only as fast as I can, but my mind is free to celebrate universes in binary. Spend all day in the clouds and our definitions now. So high, 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 we're not coming down. Ladies and gentlemen, leave the world and bring your friends. Step inside and close the door. Shut it out, plug it in, press start and we're flying. No use for your wars and stuff, cause we build digital castles in the sky as we float on timeless satellites. Cause virtual is where we live, live, live. Cause virtual is where we live, live, live. Cause virtual is where we live, live, live. Cause virtual is where we live, live, live.
Alright guys, hope you enjoyed that time lapse. That's the first time I have done a time lapse like that in quite a while. So let's go ahead and talk about what we did here. So I finished half of it. It's actually quite a bit of work. But to talk about this, like I said, we made the circles, and then once we made the circles, I wanted to connect them in some sort of rim, you know, around the base, and I think that it really turned out pretty good looking. Some of it is a little derpy looking, but that's just kind of what you get with the style that I have built here. So we're gonna redo the infusion crafting. Now I have learned about infusion crafting since we messed with it. X was having issues with his, and me and him derped around with his for a while until we got it working. So I know more about it now, and I think we're good to go. So let's go ahead and drop some of this stuff off here. Sanitarium. Put that there, put that there. Okay, so we're gonna need the injectors. And then I've also got, I'm probably gonna keep just upgrading these. So here's how this is supposed to work, right? Depending on where we have the injectors, they need to line up in the middle, right? So before, we had them lining up, stacking like this pretty much. I think it's like this, actually. Like that. So we... Oh, God. We had them like this. And the reason those were not working was because of how they were lined up. So, if I were to put those right there... And then, so before we had it like up here, it needs to be in the center, right? So it needs to be sitting at least right there. Then it'll need power. So to test that, let's see. We're gonna need let's see. How do we make a wyvern core? Wyvern core is stars cores. So let's make some cores. Make 5 of these. Craft. There we go. So 5 cores. 2 draconium blocks. There's 1 and 2, and then 2 nether stars. So 2 of those and an emerald block. Now I'm not going to be doing the obvious, I'm not going to be doing the infusion right now, but I'm pretty sure even if it's unpowered it should still work. And there. That there. So this will kind of tell us what we need to do. And then 2 nether stars. So let's just see if that's yeah, it's showing up just fine. So that was the issue before. Now I'm curious. What if... I wonder what technically counts as the middle. Could I move this up a block? Like right there. Technically speaking, that's still considered the middle. The problem is we would need to test it. How far away is that from the edge? That's 2 blocks. 1, 2. So 1, 2. Sanitarium. Like that. So I wonder if that would work. Yeah, that works too. So that's what I think I'm gonna shoot for, right? So the game plan here. Interesting. You know what? I wonder if there's any crafting that requires more than 9 injecting spots. Because if we do it like this, then we could just have it along the middle for all of them, and then put the power in the center. Ooh, that's good looking. I need to scoot this one. Hold on. 1, 2, 1, 2. Why does that not look? I guess that's okay. It didn't really look centered though. There we go. So yeah. I guess all we would really need to do to fix this, let's go to over here. Sanitarium. So we're going to need a transceiver. Facade. And conduit. There we go. So I just need to break 1 block above us there, just so I know exactly where we're going. There we go. So I gotta be super careful with this pickaxe. Otherwise, I'll pretty much destroy the whole world. And then we should be able to do it just like this. I don't know. I guess we just didn't know enough about it last time or something. Send and receive, and then there we go. So that should be just enough of what we need right there. Ooh, the lag. I guess when you get enough conduit facade and you get enough what? Did I grab the wrong blocks? Interesting. Facade. Wait a second. Do I not? I guess... Man, I really thought that I had more than that. Painting... Oh, those are only facades. Okay, so let's grab a paint machine. Man, I swear I had more than that. That's so weird. Anyways. Wait, it changed color again. Wait, what's going on? It keeps changing colors. I'm so confused. What in the hell? You guys saw that, right? I'm not losing my mind. Okay. There we go. There we go. So we should just be able to have our setup just like this. I don't think we would need any... I mean, for the... I don't know. Maybe like a helmet. What about the draconic helmets? No, those are only 4. I don't think there's a recipe bigger than 9, to be honest with you. So I'm going to go ahead and finish upgrading these. What does it take to make the next injector? The Awakened. The thing that's going to bug me is the dragon egg. Is there a way to get that without fighting 10 dragons in a row? Not really. That sucks. Okay, so anyways, I'm probably going to go ahead and upgrade the rest of these, and I'll be back. Alright guys, so I got all of the injectors made. I had this idea, right? I think it would be really, really cool if we could have our applied energistic system anywhere we wanted. How sick does that sound? Doesn't that sound awesome? So I've made these wireless connectors. Apparently you're supposed to be able to place these down and touch them together and then link them. So we're gonna try to find a place. Let's just try like right here, I think. Oh, that is a facade. Never mind. Where can I put this? Let's see, maybe up here? So maybe I can just like put it right here. Okay, so it seems to be working right there. I guess it's connected. It doesn't really say anything. So now then I need to put you, right click that, bound. So where would I put this? Needs to kind of be in a center point. So maybe like right here. That could work. So those two are now bound together. So if I were to grab an AE cable, is that how that works? And a crafting terminal. Okay. So now, cable. Oh, that's amazing. That is the coolest thing. Oh my god. Okay, so game plan. Once we have this whole thing finished, hell, we don't even really need to have it finished. These two right now. So we're gonna need some dense conduit here. So grab you, and then I'm gonna craft like 30 or 40 more. Missing binder. I am really out of binder. Okay, well, I don't think I have binder auto-crafted, do I? No. Alright, so what I was thinking was, if I were to put these terminals in, where would I want them? So I think I would want an interface terminal too, right? So if I was going to do an interface terminal, I could put one terminal here and one terminal there using conduit, right? So we would have dense conduit here and here. Then use regular cables there. Put the terminal there. And then anchor uses. I forget how to use these. Isn't it like this? No. Can't remember. That's facade. Maybe it doesn't work with facade. There we go. There we go. So that, and then so put you there. Ooh. That's kind of a deal breaker, to be completely honest with you. That whole that whole thing, I guess that's the sacrifice that I have to make if I'm gonna have the terminals there. But I could easily have the terminals built in and then just run the cable over here. Like, you know, wherever I decide to put this. And you know what? I'm curious. Let's make another one. Can I make another one? Missing the processors. Let's do that. I'm very curious. Craft that, and then I'll need flux, so I need fluix dust. I wonder if it can craft or connect to more than one at a time. Interesting. For science, guys, for science. For science! So there's another one. Interesting. So I wonder if this one could bound to this one. Because if we could just bound them together, so like right here, I wonder if, well, if we're going to put one over there, then, so what we would need to do is we would need to put one right here, or place the block back down. So place this one here, and then grab a cable. I'm going to make another terminal real fast so I can see. Oh, no, oh, God, don't fall. Okay. So, terminal. Always forget that they're like that. We just want a regular terminal. So, cores, craft, go, go. And then, processor. Go, go, go. There we go. Alright. So there's two terminals. We'll hook one up to this. And then for now, for like a temporary connection, go here, here, there. So that should have power. Oh, I need to probably connect it again. Okay, so let's go ahead and try this. So first off, I'll bound it. So right click to here. And then that one should have power. There we go. So then can I bound it to another one? Okay, so let's check this one now. Nope. Alright, so it's gotta be, we've either gotta have 4 of them, or it's just gotta be bound and ran by cable. So, alright, fair enough. So what I'll probably do is just make one central location, probably like over here, and then just run conduit all the way around the circle. That's a good idea, but this, I'm gonna like this a lot. The only thing that sucks is this right here. I should have picked a block that doesn't have a connection like that. Alright guys, so the terminals are finished and 2 of them. They're kind of hard to make, right? Like, because you gotta have a ton of cable. So, what is it? If I hold the conduit in my hand, it shows, right? So the conduit runs all the way over and in here. And then so I decided on crafting terminals and pattern interfaces, so we can see anything that's in the crafting patterns to craft over there. So same with hold on, just realized that was missing there. So same with over here. I still hate these blocks missing, but there's not really much I can do about it. Pattern, interface pattern, and that's amazing because it's just wireless. Not sure how much like energy it takes. I'm assuming we're fine because we are generating massive amounts of solar energy here. Local buffer. See, I don't know what this send and I really wish that send and receive was a little bit cool. Oh my god, are you serious? So, I don't think I have been getting power from these. hold on. I'm going to configure them to all sides, right? So, dude, I think we just had the magic sesame of power. Because look, it's completely full now, besides like a little bit. Yeah, that's awesome. Okay, I think we figured that out. So we got a lot of work done on the base today, but it's like 9 in the morning and I need to sleep. So I'm going to go ahead and end it here, guys. I hope everybody enjoyed today's video. If you did, make sure you hit that like button and subscribe. This is iJevin. Peace out.